Great intro, Jiggly Wiggles. How was Nightbitch? Been trying to convince my girlfriend to watch it, but it looks awful. I would say is a frustrating movie. I finally caught the last 9 minutes of it at 5:41 a.m. this morning. I would say frustrating movie. But great news is that I left my review on Letterboxd, and then like 9 people said, if you hated this, you should watch If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You. And then I was like, yo, what the fuck? Rose Byrne, Conan O'Brien, ASAP Rocky? I gotta see this, bro. Plus it's $4.99 premium video on demand right now. I gotta check it out. Tough watch? Well, you'd be amazed at the type of shit I can stomach at 6:07 a.m. on the Peloton. I mean, I made it through The Ugly Stepsister dubbed in Quebec French and then with English subtitles on it, even though it's originally in Norwegian. I'm hoping I can handle it at the very least, as it was meant to be viewed. Nobody tell David Lynch, man. I do like it, Yeti. Here comes the story of old Blackbeard, the man the authorities came to fear. Can I say something? Blackbeard also rhymes with buccaneer. I wonder if we could get that in there somewhere. For swashbuckling every day, put in the briny brig, but one time he could have been the captain of the world. Yeah, I could see that. Blunderbuss, yeah, I see you were already ready. Cannonball shoot out from me ship's starboard. Boarding the enemy ships with me big old sword. I slay their captain in a pool of blood. Cry out, yarg, we'll plunder this ship. Yeah, okay, Pirate Bob Dylan, it could work. It's a shame that the song's like 7 minutes long. We're gonna have it's probably, the strength of the bit is gonna take a long time to... We're gonna really need to have some, because you got every single verse has to justify its existence, so you have to ramp up the bit every single time. Time's like a clipper ship; it moves too fast. He kind of, I see the genesis of this because he is a pirate. Okay, track 1 still tangled up in blue. Track 2, he turns into a pirate at the end of Simple Twist of Fate. He walks along with a parrot that talks. And then the rest of the album is all pirate themed. If you see her, say ahoy. She might be on the shore. I could totally see this, man. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the shore. I could fucking see this, bro. I could fucking see this. Walk across my big brass plank. I like, dude, Pirate Bob Dylan could be a play. Pirate Liz Fair, fucking rum, lasses. Yeah, okay, there's some good fucking rum is crazy. Fucking rum is kind of awesome. Yum, yum, think I'll go and get me some. I gotta say, Magress, I don't know if you saw this one, but this was like one of the funniest comments I've ever seen in the Discord. Damn, you can really tell the colorectal cancer worrying is setting in. It's in like every other stream now, XD. Fucking load-bearing XD, man. When I read the message, I was like, this is the funniest thing of all time. That to put XD at the end of that, it's like, I have made an observation about a person, and that observation is cheeky, so I'm going to put XD at the end, completely ignoring the earlier content and tone of the message. Your fears of mortality are a joke? Who's afraid, bro? It's like being afraid of lunch. That shit's inevitable, man. Your take about loving doing the dishes is no joke made living with my girlfriend go a lot better. Yeah, I mean, it takes a certain, I don't know if you'd call it a resignation or a maturity, but shedding the juvenile young male attitude of I'm going to find a way to get around these chores and instead maturing to the point where you go, I'm going to find a way to enjoy these chores, it's going to help you out, man. I can only speak from my experience. It's really helped me out. You're supposed to do that as a kid. Unfortunately, I think my parents had kind of like a tough upbringing, so they decided that I was going to have an easy upbringing. And that meant that until I got married, I had essentially like no domestic skills. So my wife kind of had to she bought low and had to invest in me for like a decade to get me to that point. And now because I had an easy childhood, I have to ensure that my child has a hard childhood. Not hard in the sense like she's going to go through trauma or anything, but she's at least got to like take the garbage out or something. I was doing nothing, bro. I was playing PS2 nonstop, which was awesome. But like some of the times I was even like bored playing PS2. Got to get more disciplined about doing the chores. It just takes, I mean, it takes a little, I mean, discipline's the right word. Let's put it that way. Another one, I've made some chore steps this year for sure. One, I'm trying to still be disciplined on, and it has gone well so far. Never letting laundry sit in the dryer. If I got nothing to do and there's laundry in the dryer, that shit's getting folded, bro. Because otherwise, it's so easy to just let like a load of workout clothes sit in the dryer for like 5 days. And then you're like, fuck, I have to do laundry. And then you take your shit out of the washer and go to put it in the dryer. And you're like, fuck, I still have clothes in the dryer. Then you gotta go put it in the hamper, put the clothes in the dryer, go take the clothes that you should have folded 5 days ago and then fold them up and put them away. What chores does your kid have to do? I'm being 100% honest with you. She is 5, so she does basically nothing. But we're working on throw out your garbage in the garbage can instead of leaving it on the table. But pretty soon I'm trying to think of what to put her on when she's maybe 7, maybe 10, something like that. Like at 10, you can start trying to think. Definitely you can vacuum at 10. Dishes at 10, I don't want her to take my job though. Clean the litter, I gotta think about that. Trash and recycling, I'm just gonna be honest. We have some heavy trash and heavy recycling sometimes. I don't think she's got she's not that anabolic yet. But you know what was peak when you were 10 or when I was 10? Helping your mom carry the groceries in from the car, especially if they got the fuck-ass rainbow pack of soda from Food Basics. It was like 24 soda cans. You pick that up age 10 and you're like, damn, I'm basically like Mr. Universe right here. Look at it. Mom's probably got 40 pounds of food in the grocery bags and I've got like 6 pounds of soda, but she needs me here, bro. Okay, this is fucking crazy. I'm in my 3rd year of university. I challenged myself to do all my laundry by hand. It made me stop procrastinating laundry because machines are so easy in comparison. Bro, do not do that. Use the washing machine. That's fucking insane. Like with the washboard and borax and like a tub and stuff like that with the damn spoons, the blowing on the top of a jug type stuff. That's kind of sick, man. Now I just need somebody going. That's supposed to be a washboard. It's more like a Minecraft zombie. Yeah, use the laundry machine. Just take your shit out of the dryer when it's done. Washing by hand that's insane, bro. I did like someone in chat said that's such a college dude thing to do, and that is true. A big theme of my college experience was like me and everybody I worked with being like, I know that there's like, I don't know, tens of thousands of years at a minimum of human civilization that have led to this point, but let's try reinventing everything from the ground up by base principles. And then the theme of my adult life, especially after I had a kid, is being like, I understand why everyone did things that way. This makes a lot of sense. While he never attempted a pass during the season and playoffs, Jim Sorgi was the backup QB for what 2000 Super Bowl winner? 2000s. You know what? I feel like the Colts make sense because why would you have the backup QB throw a single pass if you got Peyton Manning at his MVP level at the peak of his career? There's no shot you're passing the ball to Jim Sorgi. Let's put it that way. This Asian American hip hop EDM group had hits with like a G6. You are. It's like a 3-word. It's like a 3-word name. It's kind of like Balkan beatbox, but it's not Balkan beatbox. Sounds crazy. This is Ben Stiller in the cable guy mode. I'm gonna type Asia. I'm gonna type Asian American. I'm gonna know this, but I don't know this. Far East movement. Type of shit we'd be saying when we're calling out bogeys in PUBG. Starbucks Nespresso capsules for original line. I literally have only used an espresso in a hotel. I have no idea how much each pod costs, but I'm going to guess that at least 8% of every pod goes to paying George Clooney for the ads. This would be 42 pods. There's no shot they can sell them at $1 each inside the Costco. I'm going to say this is up there, though. I'm going to say this is $21.99. Oh, shit. Holy fuck. $29.99? $32.49? $33.99? $35.49? $36.99? How was I close at $29.99? How was I close at $29.99? It might be the most expensive non-furniture item inside of a Costco. That's why you get the espresso machine. Yeah, but like, listen, you have to bust out the y equals mx plus b if you're going from Nespresso to the espresso machine, because the machine itself is like a few $100s, and then the grinder is a few $100s, and then the good beans are also expensive. So this shit, I have no doubt that it eventually breaks even, but it might take like a couple of years to break even. Grinder's free. Didn't you see aren't they releasing that AI-enabled Edge program that costs $500 a month? Someone in my Discord was on about that. I said, bro, it's an investment. What the hell it does? I stay abreast on current events. You can get 3 pounds of pre-ground coffee at Costco for $11 and use it to cold brew. That's what I do. Yeah, I know. And you know what'll really fuck you up? There's probably a cheaper way to do it than that. But like, I've had this conversation endlessly against my will, under duress for, well, I don't know, 25 years of my life or something like that. I'm just kind of getting sick of it. It's like, if you're in a routine that works for you, more power to you, bro. I'm happy that it's nourishing your soul. I'm not going to sit here and be like, there's a more r/frugal way to get it done. This shit is pissing me off, bro. Because I've seen this one before, because I know I've seen it, because I said this looks like Joy from Inside Out. It's got the fuck-ass bob. It looks like a downcast Joy from Inside Out. But I don't know what you are. Are you Madagascar? This is a horrible guess, bro. I know you're not Madagascar. Like, what are we doing? Something in southeastern Africa? Eswatini. Okay, Eswatini Joy. Eswatini Joy. Eswatini Joy. I didn't sleep all night. So disappointed in myself. Couldn't be me. 90 sleep score. It really should be. I think I should be in the 92 plus sleep score range. I know what's holding me back is I rarely get 8 hours plus. I'm almost always in the 7 hours and 20 minutes area. And I'm sorry, I will never get full points on my sleep score. And the reason is, I go to bed too early. I can't stay awake until 11 just to make my sleep score better. Because the thing is, then my sleep timing is going to go from fair to excellent, but I'm going to be waking up at the same time anyway, so my sleep timing is going to go from excellent to fair. So no chance, bro. No chance. I'm always in the 50s, even if I sleep 7 to 8 hours. Is your sleep latency fucked up? Or your sleep timing? Like, do you go to bed at like 10 p.m. on weeknights and like 3 a.m. on weekends? Cod? Well, I mean, that's good. I'm not saying you should live your life trying to maximize your sleep score. I'm just saying there's your problem.
Foxes. A noun meaning any of various carnivorous mammals.
Yep. And what do they say?
Triumphant, a adjective meaning victorious.
Is she kind of like, she's a little dour today, don't you think? By the way, Kate had to talk to UPS yesterday, and they were using like an AI agent, because of course they are. The shit was pissing her off, and her being pissed off was pissing me off, because she kept saying, like, the AI agent kept being like, sorry, I'm still learning. Have patience with me, I'm still learning. What, digesting every piece of written media in human history wasn't enough for you? Like, what the fuck? If you haven't got it by now, when the fuck are you gonna get it? What do you mean you're still learning? You've consumed every written word in human history. There's not, when you're really, maybe they do have general intelligence, because that's how people that have been in school for a long time sound too. They're like, damn, no, I'm not ready. Just one more article, how to order coffee at a coffee shop, and then I'll be good to go. Maybe they fucking cracked the code, man. I don't know.
Arithmetic. A noun meaning a branch of mathematics that deals usually with the non-negative real numbers.
In my school, we spelled it like that.
The transfinite
but apparently,
cardinals,
at some point, we slipped into a pocket universe where you spell it with an E. But I'm telling you, this is one of my Berenstain Bears things. We spelled it arithmetic my entire elementary school career. He hasn't done FRU. What's FRU, Magresta? I'm not even. This is not meant as a neg. Is this a Final Fantasy thing? Oh my God, it fucking is. My contextual intelligence is insane. Just from the letters FRU and the person who wrote it, in my head I went, maybe I'm going to go 22% chance Final Fantasy 14. Final answer. That's fucking crazy. You got to admit, that's fucking crazy. He knows if I talk about some shit he's never heard of, it's Final Fantasy 14. That or some kind of like sociological phenomenon. But that sounded more like because you said did. I was like, that sounds like it could be a trial from Final Fantasy 14. You think DNA determines your food taste? Yes, bro. How else can you explain why white people like Japanese food so much? Of course your DNA determines your palate. I got you with I had to wait for the wall of bat chests to disappear, but I got you with that one. France kind of stays winning. Italy is rightfully glazed as one of the goats of world cuisine. French is unfairly maligned, bro. Because French cuisine is a little more inaccessible, has a reputation for being like a lot heavier. If you actually get in the habit of eating some French food, there's some fucking awesome French food out there. They try way too hard. I want my chefs to try. France is top 5. Not in North America. In North America, if you say, do you like French food? People will go, oh, I like French onion soup, but otherwise it's a little too heavy for me. And then they'll order like fried cheese curds or something like that. Heavy in North America? People will literally order like a deep fried pepperoni pizza and then be like, it's a little greasy. They'll like, I don't know what, some people, they're just, I don't even know, man. They can't help themselves. They'll order like a fatty food and then put the napkin on the food and be like, this is disgusting. Look at all that grease. Like, you ordered it, bro. And also, fuck you, like, grease is good, man. You know what I want? Or people will be like, I don't want a heavy meal. I'll just have something light. And then they'll eat something light and go home and have, like, a whole bag of, like, fried corn chips as soon as they get home. Like, something's not right over here. Yeah, exactly. Just shit your pants. It's okay. It happens, man. Sammy Davis Jr. did a series of piano-tickling ads for what wine and bread brand? Martini and Rossi. What if I reminded you that he converted to Judaism in 1960? Okay, I don't know the name of the kosher wine and bread brand in the United States, or in Canada for that matter. And they're the world's largest matzah maker, and they anagram to Wham Citizens. Manischewitz. That was, I don't think I ever would have gotten there, to be honest. Fair enough. That's a hard one. I bet it's pretty easy if you're eating a lot of matzah. I've never purchased matzah in my life. I don't even know if we have the same matzah company in Canada, to be honest. What if Kate converted? Honestly, I don't know really how it works. I've just seen a lot of Seinfeld, so I think I'm going to get myself in trouble. Or maybe I know all there is to know. I don't know. I've watched a lot of Seinfeld and a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm, so I might be like half up to speed already. I missed this yesterday. Jury duty kind of boring, and they banned Twitch. That's the one thing they should use AI for, bro. Like, I haven't seen the AI movie yet where Chris Pratt proves that he didn't kill his wife. But to have no jury duty and just, like, run the case through ChatGPT so everyone else can stay in their house and watch my stream would be way better. And you might say, NL, how would you feel if your case got brought up to the AI? If I did that shit, I'd probably be stoked because I'd be like, damn, there's a good shot this bitch fucks it up and I'm going to leave a free man. If I was innocent, I might be a little bit pissed off, I guess, because human beings obviously don't make mistakes. I don't know. I got to think about it. 1620s establishments in Africa. The capital of Madagascar. It's Antananarivo. Every once in a while, an old piece of data can still be accessed. Every now and then, something that got put up there 20 years ago it's still got a bookmark in it that I can navigate to. 1820s neologisms, existentialist concepts, German words and phrases, melancholia, pessimism, suffering, words with no direct English translation. I want to say zeitgeist, but I think it's wrong. Okay, I do not know what Weltschmerz is. Weltschmerz, I do not know that. A mood of weariness or sadness about life arising from the acute awareness of evil and suffering? Nah, man, they think they're David Lynch. Why do men like Frank have to exist? Geoparks in Greece? This ain't good for me. Wait, or is it Islands of the North Aegean? Lesbianism? Forgive me. The Isle of Lesbos. 20th century Indian Buddhists. Born in 1914, died in 1986. Edmund Hillary, you are fucking... I want to say your name is Tenzin Nogatu. Can I hit you with something? No. I did not get close enough to give myself the point on that one. I obviously have to... I knew who it was, but I did not know enough to type it properly. So I think I have to take the honor system on that one. 20th century members of the Illinois General Assembly. Commutations granted by Donald Trump. Bro, you're Rod Blagojevich. Yo! Can't spell Tenzing Norgay, but I can spell Blagojevich. Rizzler ass middle-aged man. Not even middle-aged, bro's 70. What are you doing looking like that? You look like you're one of the Beach Boys, bro. Getting up to no good, I'll tell you that much. Still reeling over Tenzing. I knew his initials were TN. And I did say Nogatu, which is almost Will Ferrell in Zoolander. Listen, thank you for the 10-year resubscription. It is really funny, given all the shit that's happened from 2016 to 2026, to send the resub message and say thanks for a fun decade. We've had some fun. Don't get me wrong, but it is, considering the history of the last 10 years. And by the way, I do appreciate it. It's just a funny message. I deserve that. I was being ungracious. I deserve that. You see Wiarton Willie contradicted punxsutawney Phil? Bro, my province is too woke. They won't wake up the groundhog for Groundhog Day. I saw a video on it. The most famous groundhog in British Columbia is in Victoria, but they don't want to wake it up to interrupt its hibernation. So they just kind of like do a medical checkup on it. And then I think they like shine a light behind its head and then like see how it reacts to its shadow on a piece of paper. And they're like, he didn't like it. It's obviously 6 more weeks of winter.
After recording her weight, Malcolm will bring Violet to the Marmot weather prognostication tool. Let's see what she does. Violet is clear as she can be. 6 more weeks of winter. Now she can head back to bed and wake up in April.
Based? Yeah, I mean, it is kind of fucked up. Imagine if like we had a human to groundhog translator and they were like, we wake you up for a fucking what? You know, punxsutawney Phil, he has like a fucking midsummer surreal moment every time. Bro goes to sleep on like December 1st, wakes up 2 months later. There's a motherfucker in like a top hat that picks him up and holds him out Simba style in front of like 1,000 people. And then like they all go, oh, and then he just goes back to sleep for like 2 more months, bro. That's crazy. That bro has the least real life of any creature that's ever lived on planet Earth. Lying about virginity gone wrong, from Doofenshmirtz. Character did nothing wrong. Writer needs to find more horrors. Hollywood owes actor an apology. This finally found its target audience. So it's contemporary. Lying about virginity gone wrong. Character did nothing wrong. Weirdly disappointed because this was a critical failure that has since... Is this Jennifer's Body? Jennifer's Body is the horror movie that's gotten the most apologia in my life. It is, okay. When this came out, it was seen as a colossal failure that has since been saved a little bit as kind of like a feminist movie. And I have not seen it, so I have no idea whether or not it's good. But it is on the watch list. 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb. Yeah, but 3.6 on Letterboxd. IMDb... One of the greatest websites of all time, especially if you want to find out what's that actor's name that I saw in this movie? Oh, there he is. And what else did I see him in? Oh, this thing. They never should have allowed user ratings on the movies, man, because it's just, with no disrespect, it's coworker coded. Letterboxd is user ratings. Yes, but they're all like 23-year-olds on Vyvanse, so like the reviews are a little bit more interesting, sometimes frustrating, but more interesting, and their taste skews a little bit more towards what I like as well. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. This sounds like Freedom 90 by George Michael, but I don't know what he was up to in 1970. Easy Part 2. You know what it could be? Is there any chance this could be because if so, we're about to hear the greatest glorp of all time. No, we live in a Twilight world, bro. Is ABC by the Jackson? I mean, the glorp might still be pretty good, to be honest with you. Glorp might still be all right. Nah, Michael did it better, man. This sounds kind of fucking awful, if I may. It sounds like it has no movement to it at all. It sounds like if they put ABC on the Napoleon Dynamite soundtrack. Turn that jungle music down just until we're out of town. So true. Second best song ever written about a threesome. Number one's obviously got to be The Golden Rule by The Lonely Island. Yeah, 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 no, no. Summertime in the city. And everyone is having sex. Oh, you know, I just met up with a girl that I met last week at the Payless shoe store. You know what I'm talking about? This is looking pretty fucking good, bro. I've also got a cutie to call who loves the way I knock on her boots. Something about, like, you don't have to hand it to Justin Timberlake. But I do love when Andy Samberg says, roll up to the crib with the bottles and James. And then Justin Timberlake pops off the bus. I'm off the bus with the Alizé. What is going on in my Erangel, bro? Hello, Sir Victor, by the way. Erangel's at dusk now? Did they remove my snow? What happened to my lighting, bro? This is crazy. This is like when you get a new video card. What is this? This is kind of like being outside in Vancouver today. The fuck you mean it's 15 degrees in February, bro? We're gonna have performative software engineers out on Jericho Beach doing like some kite surfing and shit like that. Vancouver got those latex baddies? You talking about like Jennifer Lopez in the cell looking motherfucker right here? Bro's on just chatting. Can I ask you something like sincerely? Who cares? Because you're getting me heavily into guy who territory. I'm making up a guy, but it turns out the guy actually exists. Guy who gets offended that the streamer's in the wrong Twitch category would be like, yeah, I'm just going to say I don't think you want that evil on yourself. It's a Twitch rule, isn't it? Okay, Randall. Like, we're just, as soon as we get the building looted, we'll change it. Can you show me mercy for a little bit before you tell the teacher that guy never broke any rules? Everybody's a fan of following the rules until you ask them what speed they drive in their car. That's one thing I've noticed. Speeding is literally against the law, but the people who are really, really self-righteous about never doing anything against the law get real quiet when you ask them how fast they drive when the speed limit's 50 miles an hour. I steal, but I drive the speed limit? Well, that's crazy, because you have to drive at the flow of traffic, but... I'd be crawling like a viper through these suburban streets. I know I said it before. There's lots of roads in Vancouver where technically the speed limit is 50 kilometers an hour, but there's traffic parked on both sides of the street, bumper to bumper. So like every time I'm driving, I'm like a little kid with a soccer ball could just pop out and nobody would see them. So I'm usually doing like 25, 30 in those parts of the city, and the people behind me are going fucking insane. And I don't know what to tell you. I don't feel comfortable going 50 in the 50 with all the street parking on both sides, two-way traffic, but there's only room for one car to go. Like, it's not gonna happen, bro. I'm gonna drive at the speed that I can drive and still feel comfortable to tap the brakes if a soccer ball rolls out into the street. Also, people who speed, They love to pull this on you. I'm going somewhere. Okay, first off, buddy, we're all in a car. We're all going somewhere. That's what cars do. Secondly, they hate this. They hate when you ult on them. Why didn't you leave earlier? Just hit him with the, oh, why didn't you leave 5 minutes earlier? They go fucking insane. I did write in my notes app yesterday, and the title of the notes app is Stand Up for 5-Year-Olds, and here's the only thing it says. It says, and then they hit you with the classic. Yeah, some of you know where I'm going. Oh, you must be tired. Bitch, I'm not tired. I sleep 12 hours a night. You're just pissing me off right now. Shower argument with my own kid? A little bit. Did you see Sebastian Stan's look? I did see his look in the movie Fjord, where he does resemble me. It's like too good for my self-esteem, because now it's got me saying shit like, yeah, I think if I got a hairpiece, I'd basically look just like the Winter Soldier. If I had LASIK and hair, I think I'd basically look like Sebastian Stan. Like it's you never should have shown me that because I'm getting way too powerful. I can't believe I'm saying this about PUBG, but the lighting is too fucking good, bro. It's so good. Like the bots don't stand out on the environment anymore. It really is life, bro. It's nice. Good job. You okay? Oh, that's gotta sting. James Corden to the Cavs? I don't know anything about basketball, I'm afraid. James Corden? Did I say James Corden? James Corden to the Cavs is fucking funny. Say what you will about James Corden, but bro did just disappear, right? Or did he just go back to England after his show ended? England doesn't want him either? Honestly, I feel like James Corden is like Los Angeles coded, but Los Angeles coded circa like 2002. Like the same era that like The Simple Life was on TV and stuff like that. I don't know if there's any place for him anymore, man. Now that VH1 is not making like a new season of Flavor of Love or whatever, like I don't know where he can go, man. Cuz he definitely does not, he's not like Ohio coded, he's not like Midwest coded. He's certainly not New York or Los Angeles coded. Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, it feels like he would fucking crush like a daytime TV show filmed in Toronto. I think they would take him with open arms. Now you're gonna say, why not Vancouver? We don't have daytime TV shows filmed here. We don't have that kind of budget in our CBC. Like, who's that lady that I always give me 1 second? That I always see. I think her name is Mary Berg. If you're ever on a Canadian article and the cookies know you're Canadian, it will serve you an ad that's a Canadian lifestyle/food television host in handcuffs, and then the article title is like, they finally got her. Shocking news for beloved TV host. And I'm like, damn, what did she do, man? Like, they're giving her the perp walk. I just saw her make like chicken fricassee yesterday. Canada host you're thinking of is Marilyn Dennis. I'm telling you, I know Marilyn Dennis as well, and I'm not surprised that the ads also have her, but they got the Mary Berg ads too. They know that like Canadian octogenarians is like basically that's like John Lennon to them. It's like if you are over 65 years old and Canadian, if you see that ad, you have no chance. You're going to click on it. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Yeah, I mean it's kind of antiquated kids music. One of them bullied my friend's dad at boarding school. That's a curious story, but I'm not going to cancel any of the Wiggles over some shit that literally must have happened like 50 plus years ago in boarding school. That's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen here. Other parts of the internet maybe, but now, I mean, I believe bullying is real, no question. But being bullied by one of the Wiggles, you're absolutely right. It is fucked up. You really got to either carry that with you your whole life or be like, yeah, I got bullied by one of the Wiggles. I got bullied by the one who goes beep, beep, chugga, chugga, big red car, man. He wasn't doing that shit back. You didn't know it back in boarding school, bro. Back in boarding school, he wasn't saying beep, beep, chugga, chugga, big red car. He was saying, give me your lunch money. Aren't they from New Zealand? Give me your lunch money, mate, lad. Is it a Georgie pie, mate? Give me that Georgie pie. Desperately need a car to save us. Back in the blue, huh? Yeah, oh, this is Chad from high school. Whoa, are you little Ryan? Whoa, dude. Glad to see you finally embrace male pattern baldness. We always wondered what happened to you after the incident. There you are. Imagine my surprise when I just see you in the blue. Ha ha. We should catch up sometime, bro. What was the incident at your high school? I think in the 12th grade, somebody got outed for having like a list that, not like Epstein style, but like a list more like the Pitt season 1, episode 2 style list. And then there was like an underground Ritalin trading ring that happened as well. Yep, you got me pretty good, Chester cheese. Okay, not too much I could have done about that, to be honest with you. There's too many real incidents in here. We need more funny incidents. Like, what's this one? 10 people the senior class above me got arrested for pissing on the lockers and using fire extinguishers as a senior prank. Not a good prank, for sure. Definitely not a good prank to just piss and use fire extinguishers. Isn't it supposed to be like you steal like something that was really high up or something like that? Someone's mom made out with them during the assembly. The mom made out with their own kid during the assembly. That sounds crazy, man. Like making out with your mom, obviously like really, really bad to begin with, but like in public at the assembly where it's gotta be like the worst place. Oh, it was the boys volleyball. Someone's mom was making out with somebody on the boys volleyball team or the whole volleyball team. Either way, it's pretty bad. She was disguised as a student, kind of like an undercover boss situation. Is that what you're saying? Kids switched out the morning announcements tape for an adult film and multiple teachers played it before there was an announcement. That's a good senior prank. My sister graduated in 1998. They used concrete to make an additional speed bump on the slow road leading into the parking lots. Urbanist ass fucking prank. What's next? Senior prank? We're gonna erect some bollards around some areas where cars keep popping up on the sidewalk and crashing into people? Put up a damn traffic cam? Those are illegal, bro. People got caught fucking at the 30-hour famine overnight stay at school. I believe that. That did not happen in my 30-hour famine, or at least I was not involved. But it got me thinking that this is probably not something that's going to last. So for anyone that's not aware, in Ontario, at least when I went to school, you had to get 40 hours of community service to get your high school diploma. So basically the whole thing is everybody cheats the system. I'm not saying it's good, but it's finding the most frictionless way possible to get 40 hours so you can actually graduate. The average story is that someone in your family owns a store and you work for them for like 2 hours and then they sign that you did 40 hours and then you can graduate. It's like a technicality. It's basically cheating the system, but it's incentivized by the school board. But I didn't have any friends or friends' parents who like owned a store that I knew about. So I volunteered at my aunt's nonprofit. I set up a router for her and a printer, and then she signed 8 hours, but I still had to get like 32 hours. So there was this fundraiser called the 30-Hour Famine, where you raised money for some kind of like end world hunger charity. But they would give you 30 hours just for doing the 30-hour famine. All you had to do was not eat for 30 hours. I thought that was the easiest way to get my hours so I could graduate. And guess what? It fucking was. Obviously, it was free, basically. How would they know? Well, you had to stay at the school. So you stopped eating at lunchtime or something like that. And then you stayed at the school overnight for like a sleepover. And then you left at like just after lunchtime the next day or something like that. I can't remember the exact hours of it. It was pretty sick, man. Because I remember me and Malf did it. We brought our Xboxes. We did a bunch of like Halo LAN, and we watched the movie Dog Soldiers, and then we went to sleep, and then we woke up and like, I don't know, played dodgeball for like an hour and a half, and then they were like, it's over, pizza time. But I do remember that there were kids who were like, where they would go to the bathroom, they would like flash potato chip bags in their jacket, and then they would go to the bathroom and eat potato chips. And I just remember being like, this is like morally bankrupt, man. This shit is already like too easy. Like we're already cheating the system, and you're like, check it out, I'm cheating the system even more by eating chips during the 30-hour famine. You're like, man. But then I did hear like the year after I graduated, they took it down to 10 hours because the meta got exploited too fast. Yeah, they patched it. Weren't you hungry? I mean, I was hungry, but like 30 hours, it's not really that bad, to be honest. I mean, calling it a famine was maybe doing a little too much work to begin with, but it was like we had pizza at the end of it. And then I remember my parents picked me up, and my dad had just bought a 2005 Honda Accord Coupe. Oh, that bad boy had some get up and go. Anyway, how did you cheat the system to get your 40 hours? I did 2 hours a week for a year at the soup kitchen. Okay, anybody else cheat the system though? It sounds like you did it the way they wanted you to do it, which is honestly awesome for you, and I think community service is very important. But I wish you hadn't typed that, to be honest. My mom worked at the high school. That's the dream right there. Unless it was the mom from the other story. Tutored elementary school kids with learning disabilities twice a week. Fuck you, man. Have you ever been hungry? Yeah, that's what I thought. Mom, stop. You know the kid was saying that. Mom, what the heck are you doing? That guy that was kissing his mom. Apparently it wasn't his mom. It wasn't him, I guess I should say. It was somewhere between one person on the volleyball team and the entire volleyball team. I'm reading this story right now. She had a disguise on. The mom went in disguise to her own kids' assembly to make out with another kid from the high school. I'm going to go ahead and say it. That mom should not have done that. There's a full video and a news story. Damn, that is fucking humiliating, bro. Seen today's moms? I'm not answering that question. I see my beautiful wife every day, who is also a mother, though that's not the only thing she is. It was in Calgary? Okay, it all makes sense. All right, now I get it. She's also a sushi enjoyer. I'll level with you. I think something happened. And, here's what I would say happened. I think I've become less pro pizza and more pro sushi. And now as a result of that, my wife has actually passed me in pizza enjoyment, I think. She's throwing out the flyer for pizza for dinner, and I'm acquiescing and going, yeah, sure, we could do it. It's been a while. How often is it Papa John's? Well, I'm a wife guy, but like not in a nefarious way. So, I mean, if she wants pizza, she always wants Papa John's. Now, it's not the best pizza out there, but I'm just happy to be eating, bro. Also, I found out there's a little tip for me if you're ordering Papa John's. Lay the groundwork for like 2 years of ordering like a lot of food and tipping, to be fair, but ordering a lot of food every time you order Papa John's, and then start scaling back the orders. And they will just wonder what they're doing to lose your business, and they'll just start bringing you free stuff. So like my kid used to like pizza, but she doesn't really like it anymore. So we cut the pepperoni off the order, cut all the appetizers off the order, and no drinks because they really only have like mug root beer. And then dude showed up last time we ordered pizza with like a 2 liter of Pepsi and said, I forget what he said, but he was like, we just wanted to throw in a Pepsi for you. And I was like, that's awesome. But at the same time, it's like, this is, it's empowering me to do some other nefarious stuff. Now I'm going to order even less. Next time I'm just going to order a Pepsi and hope you come up with a pizza. How much pizza were you ordering for that to happen? We'd usually get a large garden fresh and then a medium 1-topping pepperoni because they usually had a deal. The pepperoni was for my kid. And then also for me to eat after I finished the garden fresh. I see you back there. Okay, we both got the same idea. This is fucking crazy. I see you. What a shot. What a fucking shot. Don't come over here. I'm fine. I'm dying in the fire. Ah, shit! Fuck! Well played, well played. Something, I think we can all admit, something happened to the bot lobbies. They got a lot better over the course of like a single weekend. I wonder if someone started streaming it to 10,000 viewers. That would imply that sponsored streams work though. Anybody who works in marketing for a video game developer or publisher, cover your ears. That would imply that sponsored streams actually move the needle on attention. I have a very hard time believing that. It kind of flies in the face of my worldview. Supervive, I'll never forget you. What was Supervive? I mean, it's sad to say, there are a lot of sponsored games that I played over the years where I don't think I would remember the name if you put a screenshot in front of me. There's definitely some, I would remember most, I think. Supervive was the MOBA BR. Was that the one I played with Apollo that he was sponsored for, but I wasn't sponsored for? Yes, that was pretty fun. I think it's just honestly, I mean, the gaming, I feel for you if you're in the space of trying to sell a video game or make a free video game and sell stuff within that game. Because like, people don't game the same way they did even 15 years ago. Like everyone is so siloed into like one of 20 games as a service that they're like, the switching cost to start a new game is like so high. I think it's basically like the novelty, like the first few hours of playing a new game in a genre you like is always like, whoa, this is amazing. And then you kind of hit that equilibrium point and you go, well, if I'm gonna not have fun, I might as well not have fun in my main game instead of a new game. I'm not trying to say you need to play high guard. I think the world would be better if you didn't. All I'm saying is like, especially as you get older, like I talk to other dads about gaming. Some of them don't game, but the ones who do, it's not like they're really playing a lot of new stuff that comes out. They're basically like, I started, like they're playing the same way Kevin Spacey got stuck as Frank Underwood when House of Cards, well, when he got canceled, but House of Cards kept running. This is like, what happens to dads when their kid is born. They're just playing the last game they got into when their kid was born forever. Like there's one dad I talked to, I met him in 2022 and he was a gamer and I was like, what do you play? And he said Apex Legends. It's now 2026. Every time I talk to him, I'm like, what are you playing now? And he still says Apex Legends. And I'm like, I get it 100% because you're like, especially if you're a dad who works like a regular job, AKA not streaming, it's like, you know, you have maybe like 45 minutes a night to play a game. You don't really want to start up a new game that's going to have an 8-hour long tutorial to teach you some shit you probably already think you know. You just want to boot it up, get in a game and be like, all right, I'm going to bed. And then meanwhile, sorry, you're going to hate this. Meanwhile, all your friends without kids are like, have you played Expedition 33 yet? And you gotta be like, Well, I'm putting myself in your shoes because I actually would have the time to play it, but a lot of people gonna get stuck in mutagenics. I hope it's good. I have no reason to believe that it would not be good. But I also like, I don't know, it's just, this naturally happens whenever like an anticipated game is coming up. People are like, are you gonna like dedicate a week to mutagenics on the stream? And I'm like, well, I don't know, let's wait till it comes out and see. There's always a chance it comes out and you're just like, this is not my scene at all. So like, I don't want to put too much, stock in it before we really know what's going on. Contrarian Andy posting? I don't think it's Contrarian Andy to be like, let's wait and see if it's any good. I think it's like, just rational, I guess is the word. Attention all Swifties. The developers of Expedition 33 are boycotting the fate of Ophelia because they are fans of Kanye West. If you are a Swiftie, support Taylor Swift by boycotting Expedition 33 to play Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Yes! Yes! Most chatters weren't alive for the Death Stranding 1 half through. That's true, man. I mean, if I was going to play Death Stranding 2, I'd probably just boot up Arknight's Endfield or whatever the hell it's called at this point. I don't want to run away from any damn ghosts, man. Based. But the reason I'm not booting up Arknight's Endfield? I don't want to go through another fuck-ass 10-hour-long gotcha tutorial, bro. And don't fucking lie to me, Walt. Don't hit me with some shit like it's not 10 hours long. It takes 10 hours just to teach you the fucking interface in those games. I've gone through 2 of them. It's more like 30. I 100% believe you. It's way longer. When I was playing CZN, it took like 2 weeks until I made it through the fucking tutorial, bro. That's a real guy. Bots don't approach like that. We actually sat him. Whoa, whoa. Where are you, bro? I'm blind? I see him at the fucking rock. I see him. Whoa, shit. Fucking chill, bro. Oh, fuck. Please, I only had 5 minutes of casual time left. How could they? Gongo Bongo's back? Yeah, Gongo Bongo's back. It might be I hate to say it, bro. We might be suffering from success. We might have made PUBG too popular. It was a different story when it was like 4 guaranteed wins. And with Team Unity, we still got it. But now that we got to kind of leave the stream snipers to snipe each other, I think. Sorry, chat. I'm looking at new games. Did think Rune Factory sounded interesting. But it sucks ass to say. But like the way that I don't trust Steam reviews for indie games that have like less than 100 reviews. And if I do trust them, like I need to see 100% positive. I'm so sorry to say it, but if your game has 20 reviews and even 2 of them are negative, I'm like, this game might suck. Because I know you had 10 or 12 friends give it a thumbs up. And also, it's based on my experience as well, being like, oh, this game has 85% positive reviews, and then I play it, and I'm like, it's kind of ass, though. So this is at 87. 87 is over the 85 threshold. Don't stop girly pop, please. You're going to hate me for what I'm going to say. You're going to wish that you hadn't typed that. Saw it had a 7 out of 10 on Metacritic and went, nah, man. And there's 2 reasons for that. And the first one is that 7 is not a motivating score unless the game is like extremely strange and polarizing. The other one is that indie games that get reviewed by major outlets fast enough to have a Metacritic score often occupy the AAA space that I find uninteresting. I would much prefer to see an NA, this game has no score until it gets at least 4 credible reviews, than see a 7 out of 10. I'm at Meat and Bread in Hastings right now. This shit is so overpriced. Okay, first off, buddy, you're not in Hastings. You're downtown. Secondly, that's the financial district. Oh, yeah, no shit. The most expensive city in Canada, in the financial district, a sandwich is too expensive. What do you didn't use any context clues? If you wanted a cheap lunch, what the fuck are you doing in the financial district, bro? You're surrounded by skyscrapers as we speak. Typo, brother, sorry. You're in the financial district, man. Joe Forte's happy hour, pretty good though. Okay, but that is, first off, You're not wrong. Secondly, that's on fucking Robson. That shit is like might be like a 47-minute walk from where they are. You're talking about, you're right around, I mean, there's a Cactus fairly close. You know what, there's a food, why don't you just go to the Waterfront Center food court and eat at the damn Subway, man? You're 3 blocks away from the Waterfront Center food court. They got I think they have a Fat Burger in there. They got a Tim Hortons, a Subway, and a McDonald's. Go to Miku. That's even more expensive. Meat and Bread is nearby. No, it's not far from Philly. They're in the Meat and Bread. They're in the Meat and Bread as we speak. It's A&W, not McDonald's. I was there like 3 months ago. There's a McDonald's in there too. I'm not going to say there's not an A&W. Because you guys are talking about Waterfront Station. Oh my God, I'm not dealing with knowers. I'm not talking about Waterfront Station, bro. That's a SkyTrain station and a C-Bus terminal. I'm talking about Waterfront Center. Waterfront Center, the one with you go down the stairs. It's across the street from the Pan Pacific Hotel. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The fact that you would think a neurotypical motherfucker like me, okay, it is called the Harbor Center. You're right. All right, we're both stupid. Go to the Fairmont Pacific, go up to the rich guys and just beg. Could work. Can you, I'm in the lobby of the Fairmont Pacific Rim. Could you please take me to Botanist? Could you please get me the tasting menu at Botanist? I don't know, man. This looks, fuck it. Let's give it a try. Buy Rogue Factory, $11.69. The other thing is, listen, you could go around the corner from the Meat and Bread, and there's a Tractor right there, I think, as well. Now, here's the thing. I would rather pay like $14 for a Meat and Bread sandwich than pay like $11 for the Tractor sandwiches. But if you're trying to save $3, you're good to go. That's on Olive Garden. Only ate there once in the northern part of Washington State, and was honestly like, I mean, it's not the best Italian restaurant I've ever been to, but I was like, this ain't too bad, man. I don't know, of all the American restaurants, I don't know how this one became synonymous with like mediocre food. But I guess it's because all the worst ones are not even mediocre. They're just like bad. I thought it was pretty good. It is better than Eastside Mario's. No disrespect to any Ontarians in here, but Eastside Mario's fucking blows, man. Old Spaghetti Factory also fucking blows. Olive Garden, I felt like at least they were trying a little bit. Even if I absolutely hate eating at a restaurant that clearly is like there's a CEO of the restaurant. They've clearly figured out like there's a pipeline. Like they bring you into the Olive Garden experience, and then we execute the seating routine, and there's a little timer until they come back to the restaurant, and then try to upsell on an app or so. Like it's that kind of pisses me off, but. You can taste the freezer burn on Old Spaghetti Factory. I went there when Kate and I were dating. We went to the Old Spaghetti Factory, and I was like, this shit is fucking awesome, man. Holy fuck, Italian food is incredible. And then we went back for our 2-year-old's birthday, which is like the perfect time to eat at a restaurant like the Old Spaghetti Factory. And I was like, what the fuck was wrong with me, bro? This is so bad. It does come with like bread, salad, and an entree and dessert for like $12.99 or something, which is insane. The salad was so fucking cold that like the bowl came out of the freezer. And I genuinely, you're gonna say it was in the fridge. I don't believe that that's true. I think they have a freezer full of bowls that they then pour the salad into so that when you eat it, you go, whoa, the salad's so cold, it must be fresh. Spumoni's not too bad though. But I know Island Farms Dairy's making that shit anyway. Can't go back, man. Any other semi-long-term Vancouverites in here? It's like when I moved to Vancouver, everybody was like, you gotta eat Ben Kai ramen. I went to Ben Kai ramen like 2012 and was like, this might be one of the best meals I've ever had in my entire life. Then over the course of the next, 14 years or something like that, you get a Santoka, you go to Dambo, you go to Marutama, you go back to Bankai and you're like, oh, I wanna taste that nostalgic soup that I used to love. And you're like, what the fuck? There's no fucking seasoning in this at all, bro. It's just water. I went out of business. I don't even know what it is anymore. Anyway, Sorry. That you set me off with the meat and bread stuff. I do still like, people still recommend Ginya. Don't, you're gonna break my heart. Or you're gonna lead to me breaking hearts. Because people do come into chat all the time and they go, I was in Vancouver for a work thing and I had the best ramen in my life. And I go, where did you go? And they go, Ginya. And I go, you know what? I shouldn't even say anything. Because the ramen at Ginya is not bad. It's genuinely all right, but you could do so much better in better locations for cheaper. Like, it's okay to like Ginya, but you can actually do way, way better. Yes, I got the porchetta. Let's go. Let's fucking go. They're back. And so are we, chat, with Rogue Factory. What's Rogue Factory? It's Vampire Survivors meets Factorio. So I think this video will probably last about as long as it takes for me to look at chat once. I'm going to look at chat and someone is going to say, spaghetti conveyor belt. And then I'm going to go, this is over. Can I tell you something, by the way? I got revenge on my mom. My mom's always given me food, and I'm always happily eating it. And I'm always like, I'm going to get her back. We used to order, well, not you, sorry, this is a tutorial. But you'd love the anecdotes anyway, otherwise you wouldn't be here. We order when we do Costco orders, we get a variety pack of pasta. And it's like 70% short pastas, fusilli, rigatoni, penne, but it always comes with one long spaghetti. And my kid does not like the spaghetti as much as the short pasta. So over the course of like a year of Costco orders, we literally had in the pantry 18 1-pound bags of spaghetti. And on Sunday, I was talking to my mom and I was like, do you guys like spaghetti? And she went, yeah. And I went, get ready for this. I went over to her house. I gave her 18 pounds of dried spaghetti. And I went, yes, man. It felt so good. Why? Because she's always, I want, and listen, I'm glad that she does this for me, but sometimes I want like one bowl of soup. And then she's like, I made you like 8 pots. And now my freezer's got 8 pots of soup in it. Like anytime I need to eat food, I just have soup, which is great. I'm doing the same thing to her with spaghetti. Oh, you like spaghetti? Here's 400 meals of spaghetti. Gotcha. Also, one time we went to their house, and then when we left, we went to a restaurant across the street, and my kid got a pizza. She ate one bite of one slice and said, this pizza tastes like dog food. I texted my mom and said, does dad want 7 slices of pepperoni pizza? And she said, absolutely. It feels so good, man, to be giving your parents leftovers. I didn't want to take 7 slices of pepperoni pizza home if my kid didn't want to eat it. Then I was going to eat it, bro. How'd she know what dog food tastes like? I think she literally just like wasn't hungry or something like that. So she said it tastes like dog food. And I was like, whatever. You got to pick your battles. He never said any. I didn't say it tastes like dog food when I gave them the pizza. You purchased an assembler one, which accepts one input at a time. Okay, select your assembler to continue. We put it here and connect it via a belt. There's 3 types of elemental sources, which are the building blocks of every spell. Buy a source to continue. Okay, a common anima source. Assemblers must be connected by conveyor belts to receive materials. Sure, place the source here. Now it's finally time to connect everything. You start with 10 conveyor belts for free. This is your recipe book. Some recipes are crafted from spells instead of sources, so check this often to learn which upgraded spells you've unlocked. Here you'll be able to click the recipes to view details like current production rate and ingredients. When you're done, go to the battlefield and test it out. Okay. Oh, and we do move as well. So I guess my anima source is leading to me making a fireball once a second or so. Also, we got a dash. It's a cool idea. And you know what? A factory game where the efficiency actually matters because it means that you become more powerful is a cool kind of like synergy of mechanics. Give me an assembler facing that way, please. And then give me a spiritus source. Icicle is crafted. Okay, we got fire and ice. That's something. We still got $67. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I didn't even notice. Dr. Fetus already. Let's kind of play like a slow Isaac. Can't disagree with that. Kind of a cool idea for a game, though. He ain't fucking with it? I'm fucking with it. I just said it's a cool idea for a game. You should be more worried about games you fuck with immediately, because they're just piggybacking off of old tropes, bro. Speed potion plus anima makes a fin of shark. Well, what is it? Increases attack size by 20% for each aquatic potion. Well, that's no good at all. I don't think we have any interest in that whatsoever. I don't know how big that is for us. It might not be big at all. But I don't want to spend any money because the cat totem makes us go... It makes everything go faster. As long as we have more money. Like, we have a 70% attack speed and damage bonus, don't we? I've been killed. Okay. For now, I think we've made it through the tutorial. I'm going to give it one more honest try to optimize. I think I can do this, man. I think I can do this. Slash marker, we'll call that Rogue Factory 1. Dream build. Earthquake lets us farm in place. Why did that sound like Skibidi Biden? Earthquake lets us farm in place. Low key, if you go back and watch the video, Skibidi Biden was making some good points, bro. Too many motherfuckers thought that the medium was the message, and they ignored his wisdom. But he was kind of spitting, bro. They did ignore his warning. To be fair, other people figured it out before Skibidi... I guess that's true. A lot of people were saying some negative stuff about Donald Trump before Skibidi Biden was on the case, now that I think about it. He wasn't the first fella to suggest some parallels between those politics and the politics of the early to mid 20th century, for sure. One full week of Satisfactory streams would save me. You would literally just be Justin and Malf trying their best to herd cattle, to be honest. Because I think me, well, I'd probably be the worst influence of all. I would just be jumping up and down on the machines all day. I watched Justin play a lot of Satisfactory. Well, didn't I bring Satisfactory to Team Unity once? I feel like it's a traumatic moment for me. I remember being really excited about it. Nobody else cared about it fucking at all. Yes, this was in 2019. That sounds about right. I quit Endfield because I didn't want to refactor. I'm so glad I got out of gacha right before a game that is described as Death Stranding meets Factorial, but also they want you to put your credit card into it came out. I probably saved myself, bro. Like, Nightbitch might not be a very good movie, but it's better than putting the whole paycheck into Arknight's Endfield. No disrespect to anybody afflicted by that right now. You're rich, though? I know, bro. That's why it's dangerous. I got more to lose. I do kind of get pissed off, though, because I've seen Sinvicta play a little bit of it, but every time I go to the stream, he's not on the Death Stranding or the Factorial parts. He's on, like, the Breath of the Wild parts. And I'm like, I don't want to see the Breath of the Wild parts. I want to see him as an anime hottie in, like, a fucking huge factory right now, going, what the fuck is this? What the fuck am I doing? I want to see that, man. Engineer with big naturals. I mean, I guess they're natural in a sense. They're animated, but I believe that it's canon that they're natural. I was gonna say I haven't actually seen much Endfield. They might not be doing that shit, but then I remember that it's a gacha game, and I know that they're doing that shit. Big digitals. Oh. Where are you at in Pitt Season 1? A cyclist came in with a bruise, and then he cut into the bruise, and there was an arterial laceration. So Whitaker was sprayed with blood on his face. It's anti-cyclist propaganda. But it's like it's like the fourth time that Nephew's had to change his scrubs today, man. What is he doing, man? And then he tried to get new scrubs, but all the scrubs were gone, so he had to wear morgue scrubs instead. And they're lighting him up, bro. Is it a comedy? Well, it's like it's got some gallows humor. By the way, in the episode of The Pit that I just watched, there was Campylobacter representation. I finally understand the importance of representation in media. When they, in an offhand comment, they said, "What's up with that guy with Campylobacter?" And they said, "We sent him home with antibiotics." And then Dr. Robbie says, "Good, he's filled up half a dozen bedpans already." I said, "Yeah, that is what it's like, bro. I've seen myself represented on the screen." This game is not of God. Some shit to do for sure. I wouldn't say it's not of God, though. Should remake the spear line. I mean, you raise a good point. But like, also, I'm just like, this happens in Factorio too. I'm like, I'm not sure I give a fuck. Especially now that I have $1,700 and I could buy whatever I want. I'm like, I don't know. It's just too much. It's too much decision making and too much friction for a guy like me. And like, this belt's all fucked. I don't want to fix the belt, bro, so I can do better at Vampire Survivors. I want you to give me like wolf's tooth when I walk into the item room and then I kill enemies faster. Like, I'm willing to bet that there are people that have 100 hours in this that have not yet clicked the play button to play the Vampire Survivors part. My charm. Power crystals create a region that grants crit chance when standing in it. Holy fuck. And we have another power crystal. We just need to figure out where the fuck to put it. I don't give a fuck, man. Put it right there. See if I give a shit. Now we got more health potions, but now your throughput is fucked. God damn it! What are you doing? Literally, don't talk to me. Why would this help at all? And then you're just gonna go dump it on the same fucking conveyor at the end of this. There's absolutely no reason for this at all. Great, so I've recreated the same problem I was trying to avoid in the first place. Okay, so now, yeah, come down here and dump it on this one so that we just move the problem to a different part of the fucking board. Great. Kill me, bro. See if I care. I didn't even buy any of my good items from the shop. No, I can't play. Guys, I'm sorry, I tried. I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much fucking... It's too much everything for a guy like me. I need a more lithe roguelike. I need a roguelike that's less mechanically dense. I actually love what it's going for. I just think I'm not the right guy for this. I think that there are people out there. If you are the kind of person who loves that optimization aspect of Factorio, then more power to you. But I don't think I can do this. I don't think I don't possess the necessary skills. And that's okay. Not everything has to be for everybody. I think it's an admirable effort. This and Mega Bonk are on opposite sides of the vampire spectrum. Yes, and Lord is in the middle, but I'm the only motherfucker who likes Lord. I don't know what happened. Lord devs, if you're in chat, I'm so sorry. I thought it was really good. I don't know why nobody else likes Lord. You might have been flying high when I played Lord and liked it, and then everybody else was like, well, why is he playing this? I don't get it, man. Now you know how Jeff feels about High Guard. The High Guard shit still pisses me off. It's not pissing me off that you're being negative to the game. It's pissing me off that, like, for 2 weeks before the game came out, people were like, it looks peak. And then it came out and it fucking sucks. And now people are like, we never said it looks peak. Bro, I've got your Discord logs. I can look up everything you've written in my Discord with the tap of a single keystroke. Not a single person said that. I can bring up the logs! I think I got a slash marker. I genuinely, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're like frustrated, I'm just telling you something. It's never gonna click for me. We gave it an hour and a half, and I read some chat messages and I tried to optimize. We gave it a college try. There are people here who will like this game, and I think it's cool. But I don't think I'm built for this. I made a House of Commons dull if you wanna waste 10 minutes. The thing is, I don't trust myself to not accidentally reveal the catchment in which I live. It's like a 0% chance I see a picture of my MP and don't go, that's my MP, immediately. Do you love your MP? No. I'm trying to figure out how much information to reveal. They're okay. Not good, but okay, I think. Fuck your mayor. I'm not fucking with Ken Sim, I'll tell you that much. I watch all the Justin McElroy provincial, municipal, and federal election coverage. I know the names of the ridings around me, bro. And perhaps I'm still represented by her, but I was represented by her for a long time. I'm definitely not fucking with Dr. Heidi Fry, who I know I've said this 100 times at this point, but A, is like 91 years old and has been in the House of Commons since 1993. But also, Ebby Fry does sound pretty fucking tasty right now. Maybe I'm rethinking this right now. But also, during the pandemic, she made like a press release that was like, vaccine uptake in 20s and 30 somethings is so low, like 20s and young adults, you need to go out there and get your vaccines. And she did this shit before we even had the vaccines, man. Because they did the age-based rollout where they started with the oldest people and then worked down to the youngest people. So she's out giving press releases that are like, look at the vaccination rates for young adults. This is pitiful. Bro, you're 90. You got the vaccine like 6 months ago. We haven't had it yet. Shut up. Anyway, I think, did she stop running or was that her last term in the last election? I can't even remember. Nah, bro, she's still there. She's still there. Okay, and she's only 84. Sorry, she's not 90. She's 84 years old. All right, I'll send you to my wife's stream. I'll see you tomorrow. I think we might be playing CS2 tomorrow, bro. It's a little bit confusing because Chibli is going to a music festival on Thursday, so he was like, I can't play CS2. And we were all like, meh. But then I was like, isn't your Thursday our Friday? And he went, oh, or vice versa. Isn't our Thursday his Friday? And he went, oh. So I would say there's like a 70% chance that he's going to be a part of it, if I had to guess. The festival's today. Okay, and tomorrow's Thursday, so we're chilling. Anyway, see you then. Yeah, okay, Pirate Bob Dylan, it could work. Cannonball shoot out from me ship's starboard. Boarding the enemy ships with me big old sword. I slay their captain in a pool of blood. Cry out, yarg, we'll plunder this ship. Here comes the story of old Blackbeard, the man the authorities came to fear. For swashbuckling every day. Put in the briny brig, but one time he could have been the captain of the world. Yeah, I could see that. He kind of, I see the genesis of this, because he is a pirate. Okay, track 1's still tangled up in blue. Track 2, he turns into a pirate at the end of Simple Twist of Fate. He walks along with the parrot that talks. And then the rest of the album is all pirate themed. If you see her, say ahoy. She might be on the shore. I could totally see this, man. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the shore. I could fucking see this, bro. I could fucking see this. Walk across my big brass plank. I lied, dude. Pirate Bob Dylan could be a play. Pirate Liz Fair, fucking rum, lasses. Yeah, okay, there's some good fucking rum is crazy. Yum, yum, think I'll go and get me some.